Okay, before we dive in, if you wouldn't mind telling everybody what's your name and where you've travelled from to be here.
Yes, so my name is Knut, and I'm traveling from beautiful Switzerland.
Beautiful. Knut, thanks so much for being here with us and for giving us some of your lunchtime to have a chat. And before we dive in, what would you say was the biggest struggle and challenge you were facing in your life prior to coming to WCA?
The biggest challenge of my life was actually coping with two tough moments that destiny left in my life. It started 4 years ago, where I found in the morning my wife next to me, and she died during her sleep. She had a stroke. And 14 months later, I had my youngest son, just 5 days before his 19th birthday. He had a motorbike accident and he died on the spot. So two events that totally changed the perspective I had about life. And it was as well a big eye-opener for me to see how actually life is a gift. Life is a gift. It can disappear just like this. And so this is all things that I have built up in my brain. And I think that was the toughest thing I had to deal with the last years. And the course that I'm doing with LMA helped me a lot as well to find my new way.
Beautiful. And having come here, Knut, to WCA, what would you say this week, over these past 5 days, has been the biggest breakthrough or transformational moment for you that you've personally experienced?
So the biggest experience I went through this 5 days spent here in this beautiful place, magical place, with a lot of rain we had unfortunately this week, but water is the nutrient of our roots. That's the healing. So I could feel that. I could feel that as well. And actually what I discovered is something that I was not aware at all, because I think it was for my protection that I had pushed it beside me. And I came here, I had already a clear vision where I wanted to go, so that vision came quite quickly after those tough events I went through. Order comes from chaos. I was in chaos, so I came up with a dream, with a vision, and very clear, and I'm already very much involved in that dream, commitment. So I've invested into it. I will have to use my two hands to build it up as well. So these are all things that I'm ready to do. I see myself as well in the future. So everything was there in my head. The images were clear. But what I was not aware at all is that it's not enough to have it in the brain. You should have it here as well. This is what I discovered during these 5 days. And it was probably the toughest exercise for me at the beginning, starting already on the very second day, where you're invited to go through this vision of yourself, but it has to be connected with the emotions. And I think again, it's a protection of my brain that was making a clear gate here towards my heart. And I failed in this first exercise, but I learned because that's something that I was not aware at all. And on the next day, we had to do a similar exercise. The evening before, I was addressing what I have learned, and was trying to find how can I redirect, how could I find a way that could open my brain to my heart, to my emotions, because that's required to be really, to have integrated this vision, and that you're sure that you're going towards, up to the end, that you have this commitment. Commitment can only have it if you're convinced. And this emotional part that I was totally neglecting was important for me to tackle. And actually I found a strategy, which was to get hold on the necklace of my son and my guardian angel. And that helped me to attract my brain and was able to tackle those emotions. And it was a crazy experience. And what I discovered is actually that currently, since the last years, I was neglecting my heart. I was neglecting my heart. I wasn't thinking about starting a new relationship. And because I didn't want to jeopardize my project, in which I would like to invest fully myself. And here I discovered that as the heart is so important, I need to have somebody next to my heart as well. And this is something that I didn't, it was not in my vision when I came here. And in this new vision, I have somebody next to me. And this would be one of my tough objectives for the future, to find the right one that could be next to me.
And last but not least, like, what advice would you give to someone who's maybe watching this interview right now, who's considering about coming here? They want to change their life, they want to transform, they've seen WCA, but they're maybe sitting on the fence. What advice would you give to those individuals?
Yes, I think the main difference, and this is what all of us we have experienced when we are in our Zoom sessions, we are in contact, we are connecting, but over Zoom. When we're working on our LMA stuff, we're making our brain. We understand the functions. But the quantum leap here is really that you're experiencing what you're doing. And this is what I was just explaining, this connection with the heart and as well with the body. Be ready to move like but at least for me it was, it's a long time that I haven't been moving so much as here. But I was thinking at the beginning, yeah, it's a little bit too much, but no. It's part of it. It's part of this energy that you need to have into it, and you have the emotions, but you have as well. You feel that actually, as we're told, the brain is rewarding movement, and this is a concept that I didn't know, and I can feel it, and I can tell you when I would be back home, I was not at all active physically. Now I start to take care of my body as well, not only of my heart.